Well, thank you, Fran. Now we're going to talk about winter riding today. And the thing with winter riding is roads that you normally ride on, that you know to be good and you know to have a good surface and you know which way the road goes, can become potentially hazardous in the winter for all sorts of reasons. Another thing in the winter is with your tyres. Your tyres don't perform to the best until they get to a good temperature, a good warm temperature. They become nice and sticky. Well, in the winter, that doesn't happen. It takes longer to get them warmed up. Some days they'll never warm up properly because it is so cold. Now this particular road is one of my favourite bits of road. It's a cracking bit of road, this, in the hills. In the summer this is fine, you've no problem at all. Even over there where there's some uneven surfaces where it's been repaired, in the summer you sail over them, no trouble. But in the winter, those uneven surfaces where they've been joined, the tarmac's been joined, you get a tar banding, that can become very, very slippy when it's wet. Also, this road has got some little ruts in it here and there. Now they will hold water, so if this road has been frozen, it may have all thawed out, it may be nice and fine now, but where those ruts are, the water could be an inch or so deep. That will be ice, that will not thaw out, that will be there for a long time, so you need to be aware of that. White lines and markings, and when you see, big white lines where it says slow across the road in that white paint, well, that is slippy. So if you see that, ride between the letters, don't go over it if you don't have to. Try not to brake when you're going over the white lines if you can help it. Leaves are a problem in the winter. Open any riding manual, it'll say causes of skidding, wet leaves. Well, wet leaves, okay, yeah, you get them at the side of the road, but very often on some roads you'll get them down the centre line of the road. You get a pile of them, all wet and soggy and horrible. So if you're going to be considering overtaking some other vehicles, you're going to have to cross that. So be aware of that. You might pull out, it might be clear, then you might run into a load of damp leaves down the middle of the road. It's not good at all. If you should be out in the middle of nowhere and you get flooded, so let's say the road gets flooded, it's full of water, you'd be daft to be out on a bike in that weather, I can tell you, but it could get flooded if you're in the middle of Wales or somewhere, let's say. So you're going down the road, water. Where's the best place to ride your bike? Obviously, in the shallowest part of that water. You don't want to be going through deep water. Where is the shallowest part? Well, generally speaking, on the crown of the road, because if the road's shaped like that, it's shallowest in the middle. So you want to be riding down the middle of the road. Obviously, you make sure there's no oncoming traffic and make sure it's clear to do so. Chances are there'll only be you out there anyway. But ride down the middle of the road because that is the shallowest bit. But the thing is, the golden rule with winter riding is roads that you know to be good, you need to take extra care on, be extra cautious, because good roads in the winter can become potentially treacherous.